okay. Is there any way that you can spotlight me so there's not a bunch of like random like things going on in the background with everybody's screens? Just because I don't want anybody to have to turn their screens off. Like if you hover over my little face, there should be a couple dots. You click it and it says like spotlight or something like that. Perfect. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so first of all, so sorry you guys that that took 400 years to get our lives together. Me and Zoom, we don't like each other. So thank you guys for taking the time to hop on here tonight. I'm gonna dive right in because I listened to this director call on Monday, and I literally got 3 pages of notes front and back. And as I was listening to it, I felt like it would be super beneficial for you guys as well. So I just want to make sure that everybody is muted. Kesley, if you don't mind, because I'm a squirrel, I'll try to figure out what it is, who it is, why it is, and it's just, yeah, I'll do the whole thing. So just don't mute me. So if you guys have not seen it, there is a planning ahead document in your workstation. It's not in the news tab. You have to go to the training tab or the marketing tab. I can't remember which one it is. And there is a planning ahead document in there. And on the back of that planning ahead document, there is accelerating in April. So basically it's just different ways for you guys to be able to book parties. They just have like verbiage that you can use as like an example. The planning ahead document, they are they're very beneficial for you guys. They make them for people like me who like to plan ahead and who like to make sure that they have all the things that they need in place and know what they're doing, know how to market, and so that document is specifically meant to help you. So if you're not utilizing it, I highly encourage that you do. I'm trying to pull it up on my workstation really quickly. But apparently I have dial up, so whatever. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about just social media, if you will, and just the pages that are responding. I'm done with this computer. I'm throwing it outside. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about social media, and some of this stuff there is probably things that you have heard me say before, but I want to say them again, and I'm going to say them again and again and again and again. But this time when I say this, I have not only do I have my experience to back it up, but now I also have some promising things that you will see to back it up as well. So first of all, I want to preface and say what you do now is going to impact you in 90 days. Sometimes when we do things, we don't immediately see a turnaround. And we think, well, this isn't working. We a couple weeks. But what you do now consistently every single day, whatever it is that you're doing, is going to impact you in 90 days. Not just Scentsy, but I want you guys to keep in mind, especially if you were around last summer, you do know that retail in general, but last summer we were a little slow. We lost people that quit because they just thought, like, I don't know what they thought. They quit because they thought that, it's summertime and I give up. But what you do now is going to help you and impact you for the greater. And I'm hoping that what you learned tonight will help carry you throughout the summertime. So, so this lady that was the teacher, presenter, whatever you want to call it, for the director call on Monday, her name was, I'm gonna spell it Jonet, but that's not how you say it. It's like Jonet or something like that. So I'm very bougie, but whatever. She's amazing. And everything she said was incredible, but this one thing stuck out to me the most, and it was technique will never overcome belief. And when she said technique will never overcome belief, what it reminded me of, or what it made me think about, was like the technique in which the way that you decide to do things, the way that you decide to run your business. Like, if you decide that you're going to post, X amount of times on Facebook, a day, but you're just posting, like, it has no value behind it, no meaning behind it. You're just posting it just so if you come to me and tell me that you're going to quit, I can't say, well, you haven't even been posting about it. You're just posting it. But you don't have the belief behind the post that you're making. You don't actually believe that it can impact someone else, or, impact a potential party goer or potential, recruit. So your technique will never overcome your belief, but your belief is going to impact the way that you show up on social media. So there are two different kinds of mindsets. There is a convincing mindset and a converting mindset. And I think a lot of us, especially when we first start, and I mean, I'm guilty of it too, and sometimes I still do it too. But when we first start, we have a convincing mindset. And what that sounds like is when you're posting on Facebook, you're kind of like, well, I promise you'll love it. You'll love our team, and you'll love the products, and I'll help you get through everything, and like, we're gonna get you off on a strong start. Like, you're trying to convince your audience that what you're doing is fun, or that they'll have a good team. And so when you put yourself in a convincing mindset, you're actually you're trying to convince people. So you're speaking to the wrong audience when you talk like, I promise you'll love it. People can hear the disbelief behind your words, whether they read them or you say them. So the problem is, you're trying to convince people, you're trying to convince skeptics, you're trying to convince critics, and those are not really the people that we necessarily want to sell to, or want to join our team, or to do a party for us. I'll be honest with you, like, I don't like customers who have come from my convincing mindset, who will message me. And I did have a customer like this, and dropped her like a hot potato because I don't have time for it. But that had to come with switching my mindset too. But I would just tell her, like, oh, I promise, like, you're gonna love it. And when she got it, all she did was complain. So I was like, we're done. So the convincing mindset is you just basically trying to convince someone that they're going to like it. But what the mindset that you need to have is a converting mindset. So a converting mindset is people love the product. Those are the people you're targeting. So people love the product, people that want to join, want to party, etc. But it sounds like, of course you're going to love it. Like, I'm sure you guys see conversations. A lot of you are in my group page, and I'm sure you guys see conversations that I have, with my customers in there. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to love that. You're going to love that. You're going to love to party. You're going to love to join. Like, it's converting them and not convincing them. It's not convincing them to do something that you already know that they don't want to do. So those were two different, like, types of mindsets that she talked about. And I was like, wow. And so that shows in the way that you show up on social media, the way that you post things. It will tell you what kind of mindset you're in. Honey, can I help you?
Just minding my business.
And you go mind it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look pretty.
Thanks. Bye.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. So moving on to something else. So something else too that I wanted to touch base on was staying flexible.
Yeah.
So what works now, it may not work in a year from now. So what I was doing last year, it wasn't working for me. And I know you guys hear this all the time about whatever you're doing. If it's not working, you need to pivot. You need to do whatever you need to do to find something else that is working. Stay consistent on it before you throw in the towel and switch over to something else. But you have to be willing to try new things. Which an example of trying new things is, and I know a lot of people aren't going to do reels or whatever. I have dabbled in doing those like on Instagram or whatever sometimes, and haven't done one in a hot minute, but I've done them before. But new things for some of you guys would be posting a selfie of yourself on your Facebook page. That would be a start. And so one of the example that she gave, I loved it because she talked about Blockbuster versus Netflix. And she was saying that Netflix actually tried to sell to Blockbuster, and Blockbuster was like, no, like we're not doing that. Blockbuster wasn't willing to be they weren't willing to be flexible. They weren't willing to change what they were doing because their mindset was, well, what I'm doing now is working. So I'm not gonna change it. But when we look around, like, where's Blockbuster now? It's pretty much non-existent. Like, I think the last time I ever read anything about Blockbuster, there was like 1 or 2 left in the United States. But I'm pretty sure those are probably gone now. But where's Blockbuster now? It's not here. They were not willing to change anything that they were doing. So now they're non-existent. Netflix, they're always innovative. They're always, they're always trying to keep up with what's going on around. And so Netflix started off by, mailing DVDs, and then you had to mail it back when you wanted another one. But now they're their own streaming service. So, you have to be willing to change what you're doing on your in your business, whether that be on social media or sampling or the way that you have conversations with people. You have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to be flexible. If you're growing, you're changing. If you're in the same spot, you're not growing, and that means that your business is slowly dying. I can say this from watching teammates who, came in, were killing it. I'm talking like, 3,000, 3,500 PRV, killing it. They weren't willing to grow. They weren't willing to take care of their customers in a different way. And they're no longer on my team because they weren't willing to change. They weren't willing to grow. They weren't willing to do anything different in their business. And so if you're not willing to grow and to change, a year from now, you won't be on these Zoom calls because you will give up. So a lot of the call that she was talking about, she was hitting specifically on things to do on Instagram, but I know a lot of us aren't on there. And so I wrote down the things that I think can be applied to Instagram or Facebook or whatever, or just, in your simple conversations that you have with people, like your customers and stuff. So first, she talked about authenticity, whatever, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Be yourself. I tell y'all this all the time. Be who you are. I really did not embrace like being myself in my last company because I was too busy like putting on a facade that everybody else was putting on, and so I was not myself. And then when I came over to Cincy, I realized, like, all those years that I had heard, you need to be yourself, and I wasn't. And then I came over to Cincy, and they basically preached the same thing, like, you need to be yourself, but they actually practice what they preached. People want to know who you are. They don't want to know about flyers. They don't want to know just to be quite frank with you. Like, they don't really want to see pictures of warmers and stuff, especially people that you're building a connection with. They don't want to see that. They want to see you. They want to see your face. And I know that I've told you guys this a bajillion times, but not with my entire life. But I am pretty much an open book on my Facebook page because I have so many people that are, moms, boy moms, toddler moms. They relate. They laugh at my stuff because they're like, oh my gosh, my kid does the same thing. People relate. You need to be someone that they can relate to. But if you're always posting pictures of Scentsy or warmers, or you just never post on your Facebook page, y'all, I know that y'all are probably so tired of hearing me say, just post on your Facebook page. But if you would just post on your Facebook page, I would stop saying it because it works. I can't tell you how many times, for example, Samantha, and I mean, she'll listen to this and she'll back me up. She knows. She never posted on her actual Facebook page. But when she did start posting on her Facebook page, she actually got new people added to her group. A lot in the beginning when I first started posting on my actual Facebook page, what I did was I did a lot of engagement posts. A lot of mine were engaging, like getting to know the people on my Facebook. Like, yeah, I may have known you because we went to school together for 10 years, but like I didn't really know you. And so I spent a lot of my time. You can go to my Facebook page. It lets you filter out. You can go back between let's not go like too far. Let's go back to 2016, 2017 was when I really started to get into getting to know people on my Facebook page. Even if we went to school together, I did a lot of engagement posts. I engaged with them a lot. And so, and engagement also means when people comment back to them. That's how you get to know them. Don't just post something and then they comment on it and you're like, cool. No, this is how you build relationships. You comment back. You have a literal conversation with them. But let your personality shine through your content. Tabitha, she posts, and the reason I'm saying Tabitha is because I just saw you hop on, and I used her as an example last time, and you weren't on here, so I'm gonna do it again. Tabitha, she posts about she loves to she gardens. She does that. She loves to go hunting. She cans. She does all kinds of different things. And so that's her personality shining through her content. That's who she is as a person. And people know if they have canning questions, they can probably go ask Tabitha because she will be able to answer it for them. So letting your personality shine through your content is huge. People want to know you. They don't want to be sold to all the time. Don't use wording that doesn't sound like you. Like, obviously, I tell you guys, I don't care if y'all, if you guys use my post, I don't care. But switch it up, because if someone reads your post, they're like, Courtney does not sound like that when she talks. I can read it. Sometimes when y'all do just blatantly copy what I post, I giggle because I'm like, that's not how they would say that. That's because I know you guys. But how do you think your customers that do know you, they're like, she's not talking like that. So don't use wording that doesn't sound like you. Put your face out there and let your personality shine through Facebook. So I'm going to jump in to, she did a very brief section about Reels, but I know a lot of you need to get comfortable with posting your picture on Facebook before we talk about Reels. So I'll say that for another time. But we're going to talk about valued content. And this is where it got really good. And I hope that this part specifically helps you guys, as I think that it will. But she talked about valued content. When you go on TikTok, what are you usually looking for on there? I'll tell you what I'm looking for. You can tell me in the comments, or in the little chat if you want, what you're looking for when you go on TikTok or Instagram. I love looking for cleaning hacks. I don't know why. I just do. I also like watching people stock their refrigerator, whatever. But I like life hacks. Like I like when people are like, because of TikTok, I learned this hack, like I like looking at stuff like that. So valued content, people like looking for stuff like that. And then it doesn't have to be a video. Like that's just what cleaning hats. I'm done. I do. I like to watch people clean and reorganize their refrigerators and restock them. And Ava does too. Like she'll watch it with me, and I'm just like, Drew's like, "What are y'all doing?" It's like, shut up, So, valued content. So, valued content could be life hacks, business hacks, Scentsy hacks. Your content. Okay, I'm gonna get right on this one because I don't think I can go any further to the other point until I hit this one. Let's just take 10 Facebook posts. 10 Facebook posts. 6 of them should be value. You're not asking for a sale. You're not posting the center of the warmer of the month. They should be value. They should be some kind of content that gives value to other people. What, baby? You going on night? Yeah, tomorrow. No. They should be 6 out of those 10 posts should be value of some sort, whether it's you posting, I don't know what you used to can. I would just assume vinegar, but whatever, like however your process is, posting value of things. This is not going to be something that comes overnight. It's going to be with allowing your personality to shine and who you are. But 6 of those should be value. 2 of them should be authentic. They should be people getting to know you. So 2 of those should be authentic posts. Getting to know you post would be like the engagement post. 1 of them should be entertaining, like a meme, something funny that your kid did. And 1 of them should be promotional. So 1 out of 10 posts should be promotional. Why? Because most of your selling should come more in your one-on-one conversations than your content. The reason being is because the way, first of all, it says we're running out of time, so I think that means we got like 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this quick. So value is your content. So this is like, there's a little chart. And of course I screenshotted it at work, didn't send it to myself, but it's fine. I'll post it in the group page later. But it's value, serve, nurture, sell. Value is found in your content. Serve and nurture are found in your conversations that you have with people. And then the sale comes last. So the value should come first, your content. The conversations, the serve and the nurture should come second, third, and sell should come last. That would be promoting, selling. That should be last, because your selling should come more in your conversation than they do in your content. Imagine there's this one girl on my Facebook feed. I don't know what she sells. I don't remember, but I unfollowed her because every time she'd post something, it was always wanting a sale. Who are you as a person? I don't even know who you are as a person. People don't want to see that. They want to know you. They want to get to know you. I don't say this to like brag or whatever, but like people buy from me because like I'm pretty straight up. Like they know who I am. I don't hide that. So there was an ABC that she put in there, always be in conversation. I was like, I like that. Yes. But this is why following up and engaging with your people is so important. So important. If you're trying to focus on getting parties and recruiting, okay. If you're trying to focus on getting parties and recruiting, then that's what your promotional content should be about. It should be about showing what it's like as a consultant. I know the ones that are going to go to SFR, we're going to be able to talk all the dang about it. Talking about your paycheck tomorrow when we get paid. You don't have to post your paycheck. It's also not like frowned upon to do it. I do it because people don't believe that we make money doing this. And so that's why I do it. Because I wish somebody would think they're going to come rob me. Baby, it's gone before you will even get to my house. You ain't got to worry about that. But showing your audience what it's like. Your people don't know what they don't know. And so show your rewards. I didn't want to really post about me being, picked to do like a training call or whatever, but I want to show people that like this company values who you are as a person, that they reward you, they, pick you to do scary things. Like I want people to see that. But it builds trust with people because they're like, okay, if Amber can do it, the drama queen in high school, if she can do it, I can do it. Like, if she can do it, I can do it. She's got 5 freaking kids. If she can do it, maybe I could do it too. That's why I post these things on Facebook. It's not for people to be like, oh, wow, look at you. No, I can't stand it. It's for people. It's a building trust thing. It's so people will trust me. So when they do decide to join, it took all of y'all a while to trust me to join. I know because it took y'all forever to join. It took you a while. But what did you think? Well, you saw me post something. You were like, well, maybe I can do that too. The first time Kesley ever messaged me was the first time I ever posted my very first $1,000 paycheck. And she was like, I know what she thought. Maybe I can do that too. It builds trust. So if you're focusing on trying to book parties, then you need to show what a party is like. You need to show people, if you're doing an online party and you're about to go like live or whatever, posting a picture of yourself like about to go live my party, whatever it is, your posts need to target what you're trying to do more of, whether it be partying, recruiting, or selling. So I think we're running out of time, but everything else. Oh, there's one more thing that will help you engage. A lot of this other stuff was like very Instagram based, which is something that I'm trying to do, is because Instagram is a very big pool. But I know a lot of you are still focused on Facebook, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you can do this on Facebook too. Respond to 20 stories daily. People love when you take an interest in them and what they're doing. So if they're posting a story about some food that they ate or whatever, I don't care if you don't care, just post on it. I'm like, dang, that looks good. That's how you build relationships. That's how you have engagement with people. And this is just how you gain new customers. This is how you keep your customers that you have. It's just continually building relationship with them. So so that's all I've got. So Kesley, if you want to stop the recording, I think you can see how many minutes we have left. I don't know though.